This is Emmanuel, and in just 3 weeks, he found the deal of a lifetime, negotiated an offer, got it accepted, found the EMD from a third party, me, and then found the buyer to sell it. Now, how did he do all of that? He's a member of the Flip Flop Flipper Apex community. And inside of Apex, he was able to find the buyer who's an operator. He was able to find someone who wanted to put up the money, and he's got the deal of a lifetime done, and is going to make $40,000 on his very first deal. So if that sounds good to you, and you want to be like Emmanuel, comment Apex, and I'll send you the link.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. So we're going to start with Lilo, who Lilo was on a couple weeks ago and had a pretty interesting deal that I liked.
Two or three interesting deals. Yeah.
But one with a parking lot that I really want to hear about. Lilo, you're back on mute. You're going to have to unmute. There you go. And then, yeah, let's get going. Lilo, how'd those deals go? What's going on with them?
Right, so those deals are on standby. The owner is currently out of the country in Spain. He spent some time in Spain, and that works to my benefit, because as I believe I mentioned in my last interview or participation, I'm in Florida, living in Florida, and actually currently I'm actually out of country on something else. So what I really want to do is go to Puerto Rico to physically inspect those properties, and also sit down with the owner when he's back. He was absolutely all about it. He wants to meet me in person and have a seat and go through everything. But the deal is on, and he's totally hyped about it as well. So especially if we get all the 3 properties. Investors wise, nobody has shown any interest from the group. At least I mentioned, I sent you, Robert, a text. You mentioned in that meeting that we had a person that I should contact at one point or another. I didn't write the name, and I can't remember who it is. If you can send me that information later, maybe I can do an approach.
All right,
but we got time. We're going to work it, and definitely McKenna, if you want to go with that parking lot with me.
Lilo, watch the recording and let us know who we said.
We'll try and remember who it is. I'll go look at it with you when you come to town. Yes.
Yeah. And I'll be in town. I don't know when. That's the issue. Maybe July, end of July, August. Depends on a few things now, but I'll definitely will be meeting when I get there.
Okay, great. That sounds good. So you got another one to talk about tonight, completely different.
Yes, sir.
Right?
So, yes, I'll be glad to talk about that. And you guys tell me. I don't know. I am not too familiar with this technology of yours, so I want to make sure when I bring the numbers to my screen that you guys can still see me. Is that the case?
Do you see a button at the bottom that says present?
Okay, let's see.
Should be down where you see everybody's head in a line. One of the boxes will say present or invite.
Okay, so I can share a screen here, right?
Yeah, hit present.
That's what we want to do. Okay, I did that, and then I have share screen on the sub. Let me see.
Yep, share screen.
Okay.
And then
window, I guess. Okay. Let's see if
do
this
window.
one is
the entire screen might be better if it's not too late.
Okay. Let me see if it does it. I apologize. When I grew up, this wasn't available.
You're good. You're doing it. Look at that. We got the infinity mirror.
It's coming in.
Yeah. So how do I get out of these? This is crazy. There.
Hi, Nina.
So now just go to whatever numbers you want to do.
Okay. So I gotta find that out in my screen now. Let's see. I got out. You try once again.
Doing that, guys, we've got 24 people watching on YouTube. Wow, this is blowing up a bit.
I know. Everybody hit the
No
like
pressure.
button.
No pressure.
We got 5 likes.
Yeah,
We got 24 people. We should have 24 likes. I assume anyone who shows up for one of our lives are already subscribed to our YouTube channel, but if you're not, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You guys were racing towards 30,000. We got to 25,000 pretty quick from 20, but it slowed down a bit. So share this stuff. Let people know about us. We're trying to build A big community.
Yep. The best.
So can you see my
The
screen, guys?
biggest and the best community.
We just want to be like Mike.
Just like Mike.
I was
Lilo,
gonna say like
Can you see my
Donald,
screen,
but
guys?
only like half of the people would want to be like Donald. The other half would want to hate that.
Yeah.
So let's not do that. We'll be like Mike. Everybody loves Michael Jordan.
Can you see my my screen, guys, or not?
it still shows that you're on the StreamYard window. Are you on a different one?
No, I just brought my spreadsheet up to my screen. It says
Okay, so
I'm
you need to hit present, and you need to do entire screen, not the window or the Chrome tab. Yeah, hit stop stop screen at the bottom.
Okay. Keeps going to infinity. I don't know how to
Now bring up the spreadsheet.
switch that.
Are you? Oh, so exit full screen.
So I got
At the bottom right,
the-
hit exit full screen.
full screen. I can't do that. So,
Now go to stop screen.
how about now?
Hey, dogs, be quiet.
In the bottom, Lilo.
Stop sharing?
You see it?
Yeah.
Click stop screen.
Yeah. Stop sharing.
Yeah.
Well, it says stop sharing, but if I do that, it's going to take me out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now hit present again.
Oh, okay.
And then do share screen.
Okay. It's getting interesting. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Maybe if I do this enough, I'll be great one day.
Maybe.
You'll get there. Yeah, 2 or 3 more times like this, you'll be an old pro.
That's right. And then you need to do entire screen. When it says
Okay,
Chrome
got
tab
it.
window
Yeah.
or entire screen, you got to do entire screen.
And Lilo, that's pretty good because
Got it.
at least 25 or 30 more times until I was an old pro.
Guys, Robert here.
I
He's
have
a real estate
All right,
professional.
I'm there now, and
Don can attest every day.
Get
There
close
you
to
go,
the mic,
Lilo, you
Robert.
got it.
You did it.
Can't hear you.
What was that, Adon?
am I in?
You gotta get closer to the mic.
Uh-oh. Okay. Lilo, you're in. We can see your spreadsheet.
Go ahead, Lilo. Tell us what you got.
Outstanding. All right, I hope you guys give me some type of kudos for that.
That
So not to take much longer, and since we lost so much time on that, as you can see, this will be the financial analysis for this deal. And before I start, I want to bring to the attention of everybody, this deal was originated by Mr. Joshua Fuentes, who is also an Apex member.
okay.
He lives in Puerto Rico. He's starting in real estate, and he contacted me at one point or another. He said, he has some questions, and I told him that I do commercial mainly, and if he wanted to go into the commercial, I'd be glad to work with him instead of getting a guru somewhere charging him $10,000. He could make money putting deals together, and this is the first one we put together. So as you guys will see, he already is an expert on this analysis, so he's learning already. So he's in the call, I guess. I don't know if you want to give him a shout out.
Joshua, hey, are you in the lobby? He's not in the lobby. If you want to come up, Joshua,
You might be on YouTube.
yeah, join in the link, Joshua, and you can come on screen too.
So what is it that we're looking at? What kind of building is it?
Okay, so this is 4 buildings. This is in Country Club, Carolina. If you guys are familiar with the area, you probably are. Robert and McKenna.
Very, very well.
Yep.
It's a good
Very
area.
well, very close to the airport, San Juan. Very good public transportation. Well, within what is good in Puerto Rico. Understanding that. Very good condition, 4 buildings. I have photos, which I might be able to also share some here. If I can bring them to the screen. There's no rehab needed. However, you will see at the bottom as I go through the analysis that I did an allotment for that, mainly for updating if desired by an investor. It doesn't need it. The building. The building is bringing, as I move down, so the asking price was $1.5 million. We were able to negotiate it down to 1.35
Okay.
or $1,350,000. And if you look at the number of units, it's 31 units, and these are the rents less $25, and I'm going to explain on that. The actual rents are $25 less than what is showing there. And the reason I put $25 more on each one of these units is because the building is rented on the market right now, and whoever buys this deal can go in right immediately after painting and doing whatever very basic stuff needs to be done to the building. Do a nuisance rent increase, which is $25, and we all know what a nuisance rent increase is. It's 10, 15, $25, something that somebody will be saying like, oh, what in the world, why are they doing that? And am I going to go and get another place to live and then pay for a moving and all that? Let me pay the $25. And just by doing that, increase the building by, $40,000, $50,000 in a year. Based on the cap rate.
You've already raised the rents by $25, you're saying.
In this analysis, that is correct.
Got it. Okay.
So the real rates are $25 less, so it comes to about 15,000 something.
Got it.
But that was the reason, just for people to know. It's not increasing the rent to $250 more, and then you have 25% vacancy rate because everybody leaves because they can't afford it. So it's realistic, I believe. As you go on the right hand side on the unoperated expenses, you have taxes. That's pretty realistic based on what the current owner is paying, or current taxes are. Insurance, that's what he's paying. Might go up based on the sales price. We don't know, but it's kind of realistic. Water and sewer. Electric is $50,000. The reason for that is that the property has only 12 meters installed. So he pays some of the electricity bills, the rest of the 31 units. One thing that the new owner, the investor buyer can do, put electric meters in every unit, and he'll get those $15,000 in his pocket. How much is that going to cost? Who knows? Puerto Rico, right? But that's the situation right now. And I left a repairs and maintenance line there, so to keep the building running throughout the year. Might not be even needed. Total operating expenses might be a little bit more than that, but I think it's realistic.
Okay.
And then if you go down to the total income analysis on the left hand, line 27, you can see that is bringing $195,000 in gross rent. Vacancy, I'm putting a 7% just to be conservative. Operating expenses based on that right-hand side, that column that we just discussed. And that will give the buyer a cap rate of 8.59 on the purchase of 1.35. And if you go down to the last part where it says cash flow analysis, that's a cash on cash return of 8.16 because I'm putting right here $60,000 on rehab needed for updates, maybe put those meters on, and there are some things that has to be done.
So is this a value add play where you're going to go and increase the value of the building? Or
it could be if you do those $25 up per apartment, and also if you can add, because you have the space, up to 4 units. That will be another.
And this NOI, that's based on you already doing that $25 increase. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. So that's
what's the cap rate on the actual rents?
Correct. So that is there. That's the part of the value add, or as is. Although we're not paying for that because it's not in the price. Look at what the price what the market value comes is at about 1.3 million.
So what's the cap rate on the actual rents?
8.1, 8.5 would be 8. I think it came up to 8.1 or 8.2. The actual, and that's easy. I mean, look at these guys.
Can you change the rents to the?
Let's
the
do it
card
right
rate?
now. Let's say it's 525 here.
Yeah.
And is this a seller finance deal or is this an all cash deal?
All cash, my friends. All cash.
So are you thinking this is something
525.
you want to hold for 20 years, or is this something that you're trying to flip?
Who,
What's your
me?
exit strategy?
No.
Yeah,
I'm
what's the deal?
wholesaling
What's
this.
your strategy?
I should have said that at the beginning. I apologize. This is a wholesale deal, and my fee is included. Mine and Yoshua's fee is included in the numbers already.
In the 1.35. Okay.
Yes, sir. So look at that. It comes down to
7.6.
7.55. Okay.
0.55.
Based on the actual range. So you can see what $25 can do. I mean, it's amazing. Hey, you increase that $50, and you're gonna see the conditions on the apartments when I show you the photos. There's nothing to be done to them. So
Okay.
there are 4 units that are vacant, only because the owner is using them as storage. Believe it or not,
Okay, so
And
you have
one has an
upside there
office.
as well.
3 as storage or 2, 1 empty and 1 as an office. There's upside there, and then 4 units can be added as well because there's a space to do that. That would be around $2,000 a month. About 24. $4,000 a year. That's at an 8 or 7.55. That's about $160,000. Or corrugated. We need to check on that. I think Joshua, if he's in the call, he can check
What are you checking on? We lost you for a
some light
second
on
there.
that. He went to the.
Boy,
Hey,
this is
Lilo, I
bad
think you're.
today.
Lilo, are you
You're
there?
cutting out, Lilo.
Lilo, can you move closer to your Wi-Fi?
Saw the building and took the photos. He can.
Uh-oh. Hey, Lilo.
I think-
Lilo, we've lost you, buddy.
I think we move on until Leo can come back.
Lilo, come back on when you're ready.
Well, I wanted to see the
I want to see the photos
So-
too.
So were
Is
you
it
guys
that-
figuring out if he had individual titles for all the units, or is it just 4 big buildings under 4 titles or 1 title?
He's gonna show us pictures if he can get back in.
Adon, I think it's 4 apartment buildings. There's only 12 meters.
Yeah, I heard
so I'm
that.
guessing that you would have a hard time doing a condo play.
And it was
Depends on how
31
long
units,
you
right?
are. Say that again.
And it was 31.
Am I still here?
Hey, Lilo, you there?
Yeah, I'm losing my internet. Yeah.
Did we mute him?
Go ahead. You got cut off.
No, please pull up the photos.
Okay. Yep. Can you see? I'm trying to get them up.
Yeah, if you make them bigger. There
Maybe,
you go.
Lilo, if you turn off your camera.
I don't have it. Have them. Right. Let's see. If they come up. Okay. Do you?
Lilo, see if you can
Can you
turn
see the
off your
photos or not?
camera. If it'll make your Wi-Fi better.
Let me see how to do that.
We can hear you now. You're back.
It might take
If you
another half
go
an
to
hour, guys.
StreamYard, there's a stop camera button. Not that one.
Don't stop sharing.
Yeah, don't click that.
If I can find it, I'm out here.
It's
Well-
in Google.
Well, we can hear you now. Why don't you
Oh,
show us
yeah,
some pictures
guys.
and we'll keep going.
No. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, hit that
Here we go.
stop cam.
Let me see. Stop cam.
Now,
Now
show us the
let's-
pictures and we can hear
Here you
you.
go. How about now?
Yeah, you are clear.
That's better.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay. How about now? You see that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the type of building, evidently concrete and concrete roofs. Parking lots available, evidently. That will be good, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, what I don't have is a
Lilo, you said it was
slide
31
kind of a
units,
thing,
right?
I got them on the slide.
Yeah,
31
it's
units, yes, sir.
for that.
31.
31
31,
units and 4
correct.
buildings. Are they? Is it like on a hill or something? Not in Country Club, right?
It shouldn't be.
No.
The buildings
No,
are probably
I
going to
mean-
most of them need to be 2 stories, 2 or 3 stories. Then
Yeah.
This internet is very slow, guys. I apologize, but like I said, I'm in South America, and this is not.
where are you at?
I mean, extremely slow. Down south. Not quite able to disclose that, but
Lilo's on a
He's
spy
a
mission.
wonderful-
He can't tell you where he's at.
I love
I can. Yeah, I'm looking for Iranians in South America. Yeah, I know, but I'm doing some stuff over here. I apologize for that. But this thing is not going up. Let me tell you guys what I want to do, because I don't want to waste your time, and this is terrible. But anybody who's interested, I wish I could show the ones for the interior of the buildings.
Why don't you share them?
Because
on
they're in top shape. Evidently, maybe some
Why don't you make a
updating,
post?
but okay. Let me see. Let's see if this one come up.
Tremenda. La estación de guardia van a hacer ahí.
There are one ones and there are one studios. Remember, so
and they're
this
in
will
pretty
be
good
one,
shape.
and I bet
So
quality
Lilo,
there.
is there a way that I can increase the rents more?
Then,
than
I mean, there's
$25?
there's no rehab.
Okay. Is there a way I can increase rents, Lilo?
They
if
are
I'm getting
rented
a-
on the market. I can tell you that right now. Now,
what's market rent?
800
Is it?
for a studio and a 1 bedroom.
it could go up to
I think
650.
a 1 bedroom you're
on a-
looking
on
at
the 600 on the studio.
750. And if
Okay,
you're including
yeah,
power and
that's
stuff,
not-
and then another one.
Raising the rents over time. How many of the units are rented through Section 8 Plan Ocho?
Country Club. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I mean, hey guys, Country Club, come on. It's not, it's a nice area. The buildings are in good shape. They need to be painted. Let me see if I can bring this one up. There's a lot of upside here, man, and we are being very conservative on the numbers.
Lilo, I'm
and,
struggling to see the opportunity at an 8 cap in Country Club. It feels very expensive.
what do you mean? The as far as the site?
It feels very expensive to have an 8 cap in Country Club. I would think that I'd be buying this type of building at like a, I don't know, 12 or 14 cap.
What did I just sell 10 units for?
That's my first thought on this.
Okay, so let's look at this, and based on the analysis, it goes down. If we go down to the actual rent, the value of the building is 1.265 at 7. Now you're talking about a building that needs no rehab.
Yeah, that's if you do a market cap of 8.5, right?
Right. Well, no, 7.5 is 1.25. If you look at the new, I just put it there on the screen again. I don't know if you see it. And it's bringing $107,000 a year net operating income.
That's a net.
So, I mean, what would you compare that with? 14 cap on a building like this would be on a building that is, I guess, 50%, vacant. And
No, I think a 50%
$200
would be a 20 cap.
Say again?
I think that the cost of money in Puerto Rico right now is very expensive.
Everywhere, I guess, yeah.
So I think that a 12 cap is appropriate for a cash flowing, really nice building in San Juan. I think if you have something that needs renovation, then you're much higher than 12. And I don't think anyone's buying at an 8 cap. Do you know, are people buying at 8 caps?
Who, me personally?
Yeah.
I'll buy a cap on a building like this day and night. I mean, where are you going to get a 8%, almost 8% return on your investment right now? CD with Banco Popular? I guess not. And then you have what you just said, and the person who just made a comment. You go up to 750 if you update those apartments nicely, or put an AC and meters. You go up to 750 in rent. What are you talking about? A building that is worth $2 million? You bought for 1.35? I don't know. I beg to differ on what you're saying. But again,
well, why aren't you buying it if you'll buy an 8 cap?
Say again.
Why aren't you buying it if you'll buy an 8 cap? Yeah, you.
Because
You said you'd buy it.
Two reasons. First, Joshua want to make money. It's his first deal. He wants cash, so he can start with in the business with good cash in his pocket. One. Second, I live in Florida, so remember, until I make my move to Puerto Rico, I can't buy and hold. That's the only reason. Now, I'll be honest with you. Anybody on the call want to put the money? I'll move to Puerto Rico and I manage this property, and we split profits. And I'll take care of Joshua.
Split profits, that takes it down to a 4 cap, Lilo.
Say again?
If you split profits, it takes it to a 4 cap.
Why
if you're
would
going
that
to
be?
do a raise,
Why would that be? I mean, the cap rate is for the buyer, and I'm wholesaling this scenario. Remember?
you just said that if someone would give you the money, you'd do a 50-50 split.
No, I didn't say that. I say if somebody puts the money, I'll move in Puerto Rico and manage the property. We will have to talk about how we do the deal. No,
Okay, gotcha.
no, I'm not saying any numbers because I don't know, and I'm not shutting down that possibility. The only reason I bring moving to Puerto Rico is because my answer to you on why I don't do the deal, because I'm not in Puerto Rico, and I'm not going to pay 10% of the rent or 8% to a manager. If I was in Puerto Rico, and I can be in Puerto Rico, or Joshua would be interested in managing the property, we could talk about that scenario. Hey, investors in the call. I'm game. Call me.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, if you are interested in talking to Josh and Lilo, they're in Apex. Lilo, I know you're traveling. Are you taking calls?
Yeah. Preferably on WhatsApp, the
about
same
this
number. And I think I put it on last time, but you can call me a regular phone number. It don't matter. It's just communication sometimes is worse, through the systems here. But WhatsApp day and night, and email. I'm in the group, guys. Just send me a text, and I'll be glad to discuss. I can send that information. I can send the photos via email or whatever, and with an NDA, I'll give you full disclosure, and you can go see the property. The property's LOI has been accepted. We have 25 days to do due diligence. So this is not we're not kicking tires here. This deal is on the table right now for anybody who's interested.
You're under contract, and if somebody is interested, they could buy it.
Lilo, I just put your link in the comments here. So, guys, if you want to talk to Lilo, you can click this link. It'll take you right to his school page. You can send him a DM.
Oh, Joshua's in the studio, too.
Joshua. Hey, Joshua.
Hello.
Hey,
How are we doing?
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm doing good.
Good. So you found this.
I found this just on a Facebook ad randomly and saw
Right.
31 units in Country Club and where it was situated. I think it was 5 minutes from Costco, around 15 from the airport, right between the Mall of San Juan. The University of Carolina was there.
Yeah.
And when I was hearing about how much he was offering rent, even then I was thinking of if I was managing or the owner of the property, I would have had rent way higher than what it currently is.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
what did
mean,
you offer to the owner, and how the negotiations go out or play out?
originally when we were looking at the numbers, our first offer was 900 for, just to break the ice. And then we, went back and forth until we got an offer, and we agreed until what the current offer right now is 13.5.
13.5 includes your wholesale fee. and
Yeah,
everything.
including the wholesale fee.
Good. What'd you start the offer at? 650?
900.
No, 900.
900.
900.
I like that. Okay.
Robert, can I make a
And-
quick can I make a quick comment on that?
Yes, please.
Just so Joshua mentioned it. What we did on the LOI, initial LOI, which I always do, we submitted a cash price of 900,000 all cash, and a owner finance offer for 1.2. With a 50% owner finance, 7-year balloon at 7%, and remembering that their initial asking price was 1.5.
Got it.
So that's how we came down to the price. We came down without our fee, and then we included our fee, and that's what we at. Where we at
And
now.
do you have
So
any room to negotiate further? Like if someone comes around and says they've got 1.3, you could take it, or are you guys firm on your 135?
we can talk about it. I mean, we
Okay.
can talk. We can go back to the owner and do something. We can work on our fee. Hey, it's
Yeah.
about making deals, man. 50% of something is better than 50% of nothing.
For sure.
We're game. We just started this display, and mainly here I want Joshua to learn, make some good money, so he gets into the business with the right foot and cash in his pocket to continue getting more properties. And there's plenty out there, so we know that.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks so much for coming on. My final thoughts, this is the Shark Tank. I think you need to renegotiate and get it down to where you're selling at a 12 cap minimum. And that's to someone that has the cash sitting in the bank and they don't need to raise the capital. If you're selling to someone that has to raise the capital, it's going to need to be better than that. But I like where you're at with this, and I think you're in a strong position to renegotiate. So
And it's
keep
a really good presentation too. So it's very, very easy to understand.
Yep.
And certainly there are people that buy rentals. I mean, you're right. Like who makes 8 to 9% on their money? There are definitely people that would jump at that. For me, we sold a 12-unit building in Rio Piedras recently that was bringing in about the same amount of money, and we were at a little bit cheaper price, but we didn't have anywhere near the amount of doors that you have. So you guys have way more upside than the building I sold. So that would be where what I see for you guys. If I'm thinking about this presentation, I would be calculating out at least what's the scenario on market rents look like and where you could get to over time, because buying at an 8 cap, knowing you can get to a 15 cap.
That's interesting.
That's interesting, right? Like that would make this more interesting to me if you did this exact presentation, but you said, listen, instead of thinking we're going to raise it $25 immediately, go in and as they become vacant, you're going to increase the rents by 40% or 30%. And I don't know what that number is. I'm just saying, do the analysis so that when you're presenting the deal to people, you show them that there's upside. And then certainly that, like I see Shilpan Patel says in here, thanks for showing me, but it's not good enough for me.
Yeah.
But perhaps if you share what the vision is and where you get it to. The other thing is too, Lilo, maybe you offer it out there at a deal where you do come in and manage it. I know you're planning to come to the island, so if you did find a buyer for this and they partnered with you in a sense where you managed it, that could make it more attractive as well.
Absolutely. And what I'm going to do, you know, the reason I don't do that, what you mentioned, I can do it definitely. I will if you know, it's not a bad thing to do because it's a pro forma. We all know that, and like we know, we don't buy future value. We buy what it is, and this is what it is. But
No,
definitely-
you're right. You're absolutely right. You gotta buy it on
what it's
the
doing.
valuation of what it's doing. That's obviously
correct.
that's the
So,
way you
but
do it.
what I do want to do and will do is whoever contacts me that wants the information, I'm going to send this same spreadsheet to them, and they
Yeah.
can play with these numbers just like I did. It's just a matter of changing the rents on the top to what they feel comfortable with, and they know they maybe know the market better than me and Joshua, and like the one person that commented, you can go up to
Can I-
750.
One easy thing that I think you could do is you could just look at what the Section 8 people are paying for these units right now, and I think Section 8's paying higher than what this guy's got it rented at.
There you
So
go.
if you
There you
look at, and you can pull that up right on Google, if you look at what Section 8 is paying, then that's like low hanging fruit. That means every time one goes
Absolutely.
empty, you could get it in there on a Plan Ocho, and the rents would go up, and the government would be paying the money.
Yes, sir.
So that's that's not guessing either, right? Like that's for sure.
That's
It'll say a
correct.
1-bedroom in Carolina, Puerto Rico is paying
That's
whatever
totally.
it is.
Yeah.
600.
I mean,
So,
when I
like I
looked
said,
at
a
it-
lot of value added.
yeah.
When I would looked at it originally, because we did the original analysis, and on the side I was doing my own analysis, because like I live in Carolina and I pay a 1-bedroom, 1-bath rent of $725. So I went
There you
in with
go.
those numbers when I changed it, and then it goes exactly to what like McKenna was saying. Like, if rent is increased to at least $725, you're looking at a market cap of 13%.
Yeah, you get up into those really sexy double-digit returns that everybody wants, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're buying this thinking you're going to increase it to a 13 to 15% return on your money pretty soon, and then you have upside over time, it becomes a lot more attractive deal.
Yeah.
And definitely, guys, 31 units in this part of Carolina is very attractive. This is a highly desirable area. So, all right, let's jump
All
into
right,
the
guys.
next one, you guys. Thanks for showing that, Lilo. You do a great job with these presentations, man. Thank you.
Hey, Vivian, are you ready? Hey, Vivian, you're on mute.
Unmute.
We're gonna have to do a master class on how to use StreamYard.
Oh, yeah.
You're still on mute. McKenna, you can't unmute her?
No, I
side?
can only mute people. Yeah.
Damn.
Vivian, do you see it on Adon? Where's the button on your phone?
It's on the center.
Okay, here
There
I
it
am.
is.
It's my first
Hi there,
time.
Vivian.
Bingo. Hi, everybody. My
so
name is
Vivian was
Burns.
messaging me earlier on school. Vivian, let me pull it up here. But you are trying to go to the foreclosure sale tomorrow for a property in Capera Terrace. Is that right?
Yes, I know it's not easy, but properties on the auction because I'm a real estate broker in Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. My father is American, but I'm Puerto Rican, 100%, and I know the market very well. So I've been working in real estate since 1994. My license is number 6715. And my father, he was a developer. My ex-husband was a lender. So I know very much what you are doing right now.
Awesome.
And I like it. Yeah, I like it so much. I'm so excited. And there's a lot of opportunities to flip houses and real estate in the auctions here in Puerto Rico. Right now, I found a property for another client, but he cannot go to the auction because a health problem tomorrow. And I just want to present it to you, or if we cannot do the deal, probably I can have a review of how you work, guys, with the auctions.
So-
This property that I found is 88,000 asking price, and we can sell it in 200,000 is the market. So I think that's a great opportunity for flip. Buy and just do a little bit of repairs.
So the
And
200,000, is that after repairs or is that before,
the
like
mar-
as
the
is?
market
That's
the
ARV.
market the market is around 190, 200 if it's repaired, but all the market in the area is more than 150. It's not doesn't care if have the repairs or not, because
How
at
good of shape is
least
the building in? Does it need repairs?
need a little bit of repairs. But of course,
Have you seen it?
when
Have
you
you been
get
in it?
yes, but when you get when you buy auction, you know that you cannot get inside the property. So I just want to know. Probably that's too early for tomorrow, but if we can do a business in the auctions.
Have you driven by the
So
house?
For me,
Have you driven by the house?
yes.
What when you look
so
at
does
it
it?
from the outside, what do you think it needs? Everything?
Probably wishy-washy. Just paints and this
So
and that. But I
That needs
think
to be
it's
so
it's
listen,
it's
reactivated.
I
it's for hard. It's for hard for me for tomorrow, because the auction is tomorrow in the morning, and I think we cannot make it.
Well, we can make it. If
What time
Really?
tomorrow morning?
Okay. I just want to be sure, but I've been talking to the lawyers and this and that, and you know, the property. My sister went to the place where is all the paper and the title and all those things. De
el registro de
departamento
propiedades.
registro de propiedades, sí.
Ahora, cuando
And
tú
and
hablaste
it's
con ellos, te dijeron si iba a haber un tipo mínimo además del 88,000.
no, porque lo que pasa es que son los 88 y no hay más ningún otro pagaré ni deuda. Está en primero.
Pero el banco no tiene deuda adicional a las 88,000, ¿tú estás segura?
No, no. Pero
So I
no
would,
he terminado, me faltan unas cuantas cosas que no he terminado la asignación. No me siento preparada para esa casa mañana yo. Por lo menos solamente lo que quería hoy era hablar y ver si yo tengo otras propiedades que no es esa, hay otras mejores, tengo como 3 o 4 más, de qué manera se pueden trabajar semanalmente, porque yo las puedo trabajar.
bueno, podemos sentarnos a hablar. Eso es lo que yo hago. I'm going to switch back things so everybody's on board. So I had this conversation with Emmanuel, and I think he was talking about your deal. For foreclosures, it's really tough to go the day before to try to raise the money and understand if it needs. You say it only needs 20. Our experience in these buildings is you're probably going to be closer to 40 and 50, depending how bad the conditions are. And going blindside without seeing the building is not a good idea. I
Exactly.
understand
I don't want to
you're
get
not going to
involved.
go into the building, but you want to stick your head through the window at least to see what's inside.
Yes.
Because it'll give you a better idea. And the 88 for me seems like you're starting way too high. If we were going to use the formula, right, we should be bidding around 90,000 max bid. If you're doing 200,000 ARV times 70 minus 50, right?
Of
You guys are
$80,000,
muted.
88,000, I thought.
What?
The bid is 80,000 or 88,000, I thought.
88.
88. Yes, but doesn't it? You know this. It could be 88, but when we get there, it could be 125.
Yeah, and then you're not buying it. Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I just want to be very sincere. I think I need more information about it. I am not interested in going, but I just want to know if you are interested in this kind of
We are
business.
definitely interested in this kind of deal.
yeah, we buy
So-
these.
And
we're
which
going-
one are your requests? If you need the cream, that is the taxes in the paper. If you need with the bank the arrangement or whatever.
So
If you need an appraisal or if you need
No.
some comparables.
we would like to look at comparables. We want to go look at the property and determine what we feel like it needs in renovation. And we have a group of people through Apex that are actively going to the foreclosure sale. And Adon and I have gone a few times already and bought things.
We're starting to go in July, yeah.
And we're going to do more of it. So if you'd like to be a part of that group,
Yeah, I
then
want to be
Adon will
part of
invite
that
you into
group.
the WhatsApp. It's a separate group of people that are interested in the foreclosures, and people are pooling their money. So if you have some money to put in, you're invited to come in, and we're going to be looking. Probably we're July 1st would be the earliest date we're probably looking at for next month. Is that right, Adon? We're not trying to go
Yeah.
this month in the next few days. It would be difficult, Vivian, to go tomorrow without
Yeah, of course, I know.
having done any of the
I know.
work.
I just have it for another client.
And a couple of
you know.
things. When we go look at these, if they're in foreclosure, we do think that you should be able to look in them. So we look for unlocked doors. We definitely look inside windows. We walk around the houses. We take pictures and videos. And I get that there are other people that say you can't do that. And if there are people living there, then we probably don't do that. But we're going to try to glean as much information as we possibly can.
Okay.
And that's our MO. And so we've been doing this now for what, 7-8 months. It takes us, if we look at 10 of these properties that look exactly like what you're showing, we'll be lucky to buy one of them.
Okay,
What
but
happens is,
how long before I need to present the business in the table?
Well-
It's better to be a month ahead or a couple weeks before, so that way we can start gearing up. The other thing I was going to say, Vivian, you should still probably go tomorrow and go watch how the things
I would definitely
unfold.
go tomorrow and see who buys it and see
Yeah.
what they pay for it.
Anybody is interesting because I called the alguacil,
Yeah,
the
but
sheriff.
just because you talk to the sheriff, it doesn't mean that no one's interested.
No, but
people will show up.
exactly.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I don't know if that's what you were saying. Were you saying that no one is interested?
The sheriff told me that anybody called for that property.
Nobody
Sometimes
had
I
called.
call and he tell me there's a lot of people. We're gonna open a room because there's
Oh,
more
okay.
than 100 people. You know,
Everyone's
there's-
interested is what you're saying. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
that's probably the property's going to go for way too much money, and that would be one of the 10 that we wouldn't win.
Well, we've been, in wars and this and that, so the auctions are not too. He told me that the auctions are not doesn't have too many people interested right now at this moment. This last weeks.
Are you going to go tomorrow to check it out and see?
I
Well, that's
don't
a
have
missed
too much
opportunity.
time to lose. I've been in many of those, so I don't know. If you want me to go over there, I can, do it. But
No, you
It's
don't
in
have to.
the-
if,
in
if
the
you're
San
not
Juan courthouse?
interested, I have.
It's in the San Juan courthouse in Atorrey.
any- yeah.
But it's a house for
But if-
Bayamon. It's not in San Juan.
If I can go,
It's not in
tomorrow.
Bayamon. It's in Cabrera Terrace.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
But if you want, I can go over there.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
I-
it's
I- you know, I
definitely
did- I
worth
didn't check-
seeing what would have
I did-
happened.
It's too short the time. I just wanna go inside the group and have more time to check it out everything with you because I don't wanna do some things in a hurry.
So then come inside of our WhatsApp group, and then
Okay, and we
we'll be
can
looking at a lot of them.
make all the arrangement for the auctions. Okay.
And do you have some money that you want to invest as well, or?
Yeah, I have some money, but I prefer to get inside the group and see how everything is working.
Come
And
come
then-
inside the WhatsApp group, and you'll see what we're doing. We haven't been
Okay.
now. The last one we bought was in Aguadilla, and we're in the middle of a renovation. We bought one in Carolina that we renovated and sold already and made a profit. And
Okay.
we're going to go again in July.
Okay.
We're not trying to
Okay,
buy
great.
2 a week. Like I bought 2 a week at the foreclosure sale in Florida for 20 years. we're not trying to do that. We're trying to just cherry pick really good deals and do one or two at a time, and that's it. So it would be great to have you be a part of the group.
Okay, great. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Nice meeting you all.
Nice to meet you too, and welcome to our group. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You guys, that's how you introduce yourself when you come into a group. Let people know what you want to do, and there are other people out there doing it. So, Don, we got to get her into the WhatsApp, and we'll see where it goes.
It's always nice to have someone come in and say, "Hey, do you want to do these foreclosures? I've got one for you." We're like,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, we do. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and honestly, if we were going to the sale, we would have looked at that, and we would have been like, if we could buy that at opening, it would be a deal that would make sense. I wouldn't expect that we're going to win it. Like that's probably in an area that's too popular and more than likely going to go for a lot higher than we would be willing to pay. But you never know until you show up, and you got to show up again and again, and then one time it will fall.
Well, the last one we went to in that area sold for 150,000. The room was crazy.
Yeah.
And it started at 30 or 40, and it was a wreck. And they bid it all the way up to 150. So
Yeah. Yeah, and we
But I
we
wonder-
wanted to buy it at 90.
90's our number. Yeah, that was our number.
Yeah. All right, who's our next?
We've got Caleb and Yamila. Yamil, do either of you guys have deals you want to bring up? Your cameras are off. I'm not sure if you're here. Doesn't look like it. Maybe. Oh,
Hey, can you hear me?
yeah. Hey,
Hey, Emil.
How are you guys?
Very
good.
good. How are you?
Just having some fun here.
Nice.
I don't have a deal. I'm working on a couple of things now. My intervention today was basically more of a wanting to get a little bit of guidance. I have a property in Caguas
Okay.
that I have some equity on it. I give you an example. I bought this property back in 2016, and the asking price was $225. I end up buying it for $132.
Okay.
My neighbor just sold his house for $460.
That's
Now-
a good thing.
Time to sell.
I think I got a picture here that I can show you if I can present, because I
Yeah. Do you see the present tab down at the bottom?
yeah, I see it. Share screen. Share screen. I think I'm sharing a screen with you guys, if I'm not mistaken.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think we're gonna start having to give free Apex memberships to whoever
Yeah,
can
yeah,
master
yeah.
StreamYard presentations.
I think Emil's going to get it quick here. He's got it.
Hey, I'm gonna
you
step
see-
out of the car real quick. I'll be right back.
You know, if we were in teams, I present in teams all the time, but
Oh, do you? Yeah. They're all
I'm not-
slightly different. Yeah.
with this one here. So, let's see here. Present, share screen, right? Let's see. I'm clicking at share, but it's not taking me through.
What does it say?
It says choose what to share with StreamYard.com, and then it's giving me a whole bunch of options here.
Yeah, do entire screen.
I did entire screen.
Okay.
Say hi to Robert.
I got it.
And did you see screen one?
I am.
I think I'm sharing.
Ah, there you are.
All right.
Okay.
So
We
let's,
see it.
all
Now it's coming up.
right. Can
Perfect.
you see the screen now?
Yeah, we can.
Adon
Oh,
just
that was
got
a
it
lot
up here.
faster than I thought.
Okay.
So I think you're looking at a picture of a property, right? That property in the corner lot, it's the house that I'm talking about. There's a pickup truck parked in the front. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, highlighted in red.
Actually, what's highlighted in red, it's
Big and lot.
an idea that I had. The property, it's not the one highlighted in red. It's the one in the corner where there's a pickup truck. So the lot, it's about 1,700 square meters, right?
Okay.
And there is enough room in the back to build another house, which that's what you are looking at in red.
Got it.
I can put it. That's like that red square. It's 400 square meters.
So you could carve that out of the lot
Yes.
and build that idea that you have there.
Yes. This is the main house, right? Right
Yeah.
now, all this is empty, and what's on the red square, it's a property that I can separate, and there's 400 square meters that I can build a house there and rent it out, right?
Yep.
This property in the front, I don't know if you can see
I see it. Yep, I see where your cursor is.
I'm sorry?
Yes, we can see it.
This property next to me just sold for $460,000.
Yep.
So my question is, how can I take advantage of the equity on this property in order for me to be able to use that equity to invest in with you guys?
So do you have a mortgage on the property now?
Yes.
You have a bank loan of
Yes.
100,000 or 130,000 that you bought it for years ago?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you could refinance your house and pull out equity that way. You could possibly go to the bank and get a second mortgage. Unfortunately, from what I know, you can't just get a HELOC, which would be a home equity line of credit.
I did a lot of phone calls about the HELOC, and
Nobody does it, right?
unfortunately in Puerto Rico, it's not
No,
happening.
supposedly the people from CoLab are doing HELOCs.
From where?
CoLab lending. Bill
If they
told
are,
us
that's
about
brand
that.
new. That would be great. That would be good news.
Yeah, Bill
I
told
either
us.
do a traditional refi or a second mortgage, though.
Because I looked at your video about the DSCR, I think it's called DSCR, but I'm not too familiar with it, so I don't know. I don't know if
Do
that
you
was-
live in this house?
Yes.
Okay, so DSCR wouldn't really help you. I think you want to do a traditional refinance. Although, was your interest rate really good? 2016?
My interest rate is very good. Yes.
Yeah. See, that's a bummer. I mean, it's great that your interest rate is really good. It's terrible when you want to go and refinance and you go from 4% or less than 4% up to 7 or 8%. That's terrible.
It's less than 4%.
Yeah, you got a really good loan. Okay, so then I would start calling the lenders and asking about a second mortgage so that you leave that first mortgage in place and just borrow the difference at the higher rate. A second mortgage is something that someone would lend you. You've got tons of equity in your house, and the other way that you could pull money out would be to actually do the lot split and then sell the lot to a different entity, and maybe
Yeah,
maybe you could get a loan to build that house.
What I was thinking of doing also was renting the property. This property, renting this by doing this in the back, right?
Yep.
If I do this building in the back, I can rent both houses, right?
Right.
I'll give you an example. This house sold for $460. The one next to it, it has been rented, and they're paying $2,800 rent on a monthly rent.
How much? $2,800 a month?
Yeah. So what I was thinking of doing is it's basically put this property to rent and then build this other house in the back.
Yeah.
But this will be more of a long term building this in the back.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit to do anything in the island here. So other than these, and the reason I'm presenting this is I was just looking for a little bit of guidance. I'm looking at a couple of deals now, which one of them is in Caguas. It's a 2-unit house that I'll be dividing in a smaller apartments. I can convert that from the 2-unit to a 5-unit property, rent out the studios.
Right.
It's really close to university. It's really close to Walmart and malls. and each unit I can rent it up to 950 per unit.
Oh wow.
And that property, I'm offering 140 for it,
Okay.
and it'll probably take me about 30 to 35 grand to fix it. I'm going 30 to 35 because I can do stuff myself. That's one of the properties I'm looking at. The other one I'm looking at is right at the beach in Loiza, which is an apartment that can be divided in two, but that'll be more of an Airbnb.
Yeah, down in San Juan
No, it's in Loiza.
and Louisa. Okay. Got it. Well, you're looking at stuff in Caguas. Adon's running a project in Caguas. I've got a building in Caguas, and on Friday we're going to look at a building in Caguas.
I actually had a question. What have you seen any units for sale after repair over there in Caguas?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the whole question was what?
Have you seen any 4 to 5 multifamily units for sale over there in Caguas, and at what price?
I have not. If there's any, again, I'm very interested in investing money. Also the foreclosure auction. Something that I'm also interested in. So, but in Caguas, I have not seen any 4-unit rentals.
Already finished. So the units that you were looking at, the 2 units, you would buy them and then you would convert it into 5 units from 2 units.
Yes.
You would do a big value add renovation.
Correct.
Yeah. There's a couple that we've been looking at too that maybe you'd be interested in looking at with us.
Sure, of course.
And we're right there in the same area. Well, Caguas is pretty big, so we're not necessarily in the same area, but near the Walmart and near the Pueblo, close to the highway.
I'm open and ready to go.
Okay.
I'm ready to pull the trigger.
Let's try and Don, you want to put him in the foreclosure group probably too, and then let's.
I have a key for all the foreclosure properties in Puerto Rico. It's called a knife.
You know, we used to have the bank set of keys here in Florida, and we really did have a key for every foreclosure house.
We have the bank keys for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, these foreclosure homes. I mean, most of them, a lot of them don't even have windows, so you can,
Yeah.
I know that they say you can't go in, but on a Saturday morning or Sunday morning, not a lot of people are watching.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I disagree. It's better to go during the week.
Well, especially since when Adon's
Everybody's home Saturday and
right on
Sunday.
YouTube as he's climbing through the window. I'm going, look at Adon go through the window.
Hey, whatever it takes, man. If it's during the week, whatever it takes to get it done, right?
That's right. That's right.
So that was my
no, that's really good. You're in your neighborhood is obviously different than most of the foreclosures that we look at, and the multi-units that we're looking at in Caguas are not in gated communities, or they're in more working class neighborhoods. The houses aren't going to have the big yards and that kind of stuff. But
yeah. In my case, I wanted to take advantage of it because I know that I'm sitting on a good equity.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I just wanted to take advantage of that. So
Yeah.
I can use that equity to invest in the properties that you guys are investing.
And I think if you wanted to pull money out of your house, you could just do a second mortgage on it. It's probably the easiest thing to do.
And probably the best you can do in Puerto Rico. Get a bank second mortgage.
Just a regular straight second
Yeah.
mortgage. It'll be based on your equity.
Because if you go private lender, it'll be more expensive and basically the same thing.
And if your house is worth $450 and you owe 100, you probably easily could pull out 250.
Yeah.
And you'd still have plenty of equity, so it would be safe. That's what I would talk to. And Adon says CoLab is doing those HELOCs, and if they are, that obviously that's great too, because
Yeah.
you can pick those up
Shit.
and down. So
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Yamil, we're gonna share the WhatsApp chat with you for the foreclosure group.
I think Nate is a part of Apex, and if he's not, maybe he's in the free. You can look him up. His name is Nate. I don't forget his last name. Stewart. Nate Stewart.
Oh, Nate
He's
Stewart with
part of
CoLab.
CoLab.
Yep.
Yeah, he might be able to help you with the HELOC stuff.
Nate Stewart.
Nate Stewart, and
Nate
then if you
Stewart.
want a second mortgage on your house, I think Bill Halleck is in Apex for sure, and he can help you with that.
Okay.
He helped me with a HELOC on my house in Florida when I was buying my house in Puerto Rico, because it was easy to borrow against Florida than it was to borrow against the new house in Puerto Rico. So yeah, you've got a few options, and it's nice that Puerto Rico is starting to have more options with the lending stuff. So
Yeah, I called every bank about this HELOC, and they were like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? I'm like, okay.
yeah. If you just called the banks back that you talked to and just said, I want a second mortgage on my house, they'll understand that.
Okay. Well, that was it for me. I thank you very much for taking the time to answer my question, and
Yeah, I mean,
great.
reach out on school. Send a DM to me or Robert, so that way, if you want to meet up with us on Friday, we can go
Yeah.
look at that property together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and ask to get into the WhatsApp chat too, Yamil. Okay.
Done.
How did you find us, Yamil? You're recently new to Apex, correct?
I've been looking at your videos for quite a while, and I can't wait to put my hands on these type of investments, but I was just basically educating myself, and I found your videos very, very, very educating, and that's when I decided to join in.
Nice. Well,
Awesome.
Welcome to the group, man. Glad you're here.
Thank you very much. The stuff that you guys are doing are great. The videos look really, really, really good, and educate a lot of people. And I'll tell you, kudos, because not a lot of people does what you guys are doing. So this is great.
Okay.
Oh, we appreciate
Well,
it.
yeah,
man.
that's very kind of you to say, and
Yep, thank you.
Keep doing it for a long time. Thanks very much for that, though.
All right, guys. Blessings.
All right. Well, we'll talk soon, and I think, guys, I've got to catch an airplane.
You're leaving on a jet
I'm
plane.
leaving on a jet plane. I'm going back home to the island of Puerto Rico, so that probably needs to be it for the night, right?
Yep, I think so. Guys, have a good night. Hit the like button, subscribe, join Apex, send Don a text message that says you love him, and
Thank you.
have a good night.
Guys, and I just want to let you know, if you want, I'm giving a 2-for-1. You can have this one and take that one, and you'll get a month's worth of food and 2 beds. All for the price of nothing.
Let me
And
tell you,
Don will pay
now.
for your Apex membership too.
I'll
let me tell
pay for
you,
your damn Apex membership if you take the dogs.
let me tell you this, Dan. I'm looking for a couple of king courses myself. So
Oh, look, if you squint, he looks like one. And if you paint the other one black,
Corso Mini.
it could convince you.
a little bit of paint will work.
Corso.
A little bit of paint will work.
Yeah, a little paint, and it's just bad vision, and they'll pass.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Blessings.
This is Emmanuel, and in just 3 weeks, he found the deal of a lifetime, negotiated an offer, got it accepted, found the EMD from a third party, me, and then found the buyer to sell it. Now, how did he do all of that? He's a member of the Flip Flop Flipper Apex community. And inside of Apex, he was able to find the buyer who's an operator. He was able to find someone who wanted to put up the money, and he's got the deal of a lifetime done, and is going to make $40,000 on his very first deal. So if that sounds good to you, and you want to be like Emmanuel, comment Apex, and I'll send you